My name is Michael Cimino. I'm the lead artist here at the Eagle Lake Legion Mural. The original idea for the whole process started with one, coming out to this wall, brightening up the community on this large expansive wall that's been mostly untouched for its entire life. So rather than a couple of banners up it or anything like that, we wanted something that we could give back to the community with that was a reflection of the Legion itself, but at the same time was a much broader spectrum of military personnel in the area. So rather than it being, say, a propaganda piece for the American military, or rather than it being anything that is pro or anti-military or any opinion of it whatsoever, we wanted to keep it to the soldiers, the veterans, those who are actually fighting our wars regardless of their
Well, we had
political
discussed
input on it.
with the Veterans Club and the local Legion here, and what we had decided to represent on this first half of the mural was a figure from each large conflict that we've had. So if you look closely, you can tell that one of these figures is from Vietnam, one is from Korea, one is from World War II, and the other represents the Iraq and
We wanted to make it
Afghanistan wars.
intergenerational, so the characters or the figures themselves were selected to reflect that. Having someone from each separate war, from each separate facet of the military, that was the main core idea with the figures of it. And then making it pattern-based, making it bright, bold, using it all in spray paint as well, so that when the veterans do come out to actually paint it, that we're not handing them a brush and expecting them to paint a figurine up on the wall. That's something that in many ways can be intimidating to those who aren't trained in the arts. Personally, I couldn't paint a figurine up on the wall. So using spray paint and stencil, it really makes it much more accessible to the community. It makes it much more accessible to those who would like to paint it or who have the idea or the inclination to but might not quite know how. So it's all done in that style as much to make it as accessible to everybody. So those are the base core lines, is to make an accessible mural, to make something that anybody can paint under the right guidance, with me and Leah actually working in tandem.
And I served in the Marine Corps for 5 years and did 2 tours in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. And upon my return home, I started school at MSU and immediately got involved in trying to revive the MSU Veterans Club on campus. And it kind of turned into a few really good relationships with a few organizations around the local area. The Legion to be one, and the DAV Chapter 10 in Mankato, among many others. And we began this project here, doing this mural, as an attempt to kind of get people more involved in the community and get the community more involved with the veteran organizations that we have around. And that's kind of how this mural ended up happening.
In the mural. Mike was one of my teachers in fall 15 at Mankato State University, and he asked me to help out because he thought I was a nice student, and I love this kind of stuff, and it's very passionate for me because both of my grandpas are both veterans and they were involved with Vietnam. So being able to help with something like this was very cool for me because I could show them that art is not just a thing. It actually matters. People look at it, it inspires people, it's important. And it was a really fun experience helping with the spray paint and just seeing how everything worked and the leadership Mike and Leah had. It was an overall really fun experience, and it's really fun to be back working on it again. I was really, really excited when he said that they were going to continue working on it.